John Boxing, why are you making so many videos about Inoue? Well, because the truth needs to be told. It's simple. The truth needs to be told. Inoue needs to be held to the same standard that every other fighter is held to, primarily black fighters. This guy is ranked high on the pound for pound list. Some nutcases have Inoue at number 1. Over Usyk. Let that sink in. Inoue above Usyk. And when Terrence Crawford was active, you had some nutcases trying to put him over Terrence Crawford. But the point is that Inoue needs to be held to that same standard. He needs to be fighting better fighters. Right now, Inoue is on a bum-bashing tour. That's the reality. He's on a bum-bashing tour. And I get it. You know, people want to celebrate Inoue. I'm not telling you not to celebrate Inoue. But don't come here trying to force me, right? That's most of you guys' problem. You try to force me to be a fan of the fighter that you like, but then get mad at me for being a fan of a fighter that you don't like. You see, I don't go to no one else's platform and tell them what to say and what not to say and what to think and what not to think. That's not what I do. That's not what most of the brothers here in this community don't do. But most of you guys got a problem. Okay? You call people fanboys. You call all the brothers here in the space fanboys. But yet, your problem is when we support fighters that you don't like. And that's mainly the black fighters. You have an issue with us supporting black fighters. So you come to our spaces and tell us not to support black fighters by criticizing us for supporting black fighters. And then you get mad at us for being critical of your favorite fighters. You come to our spaces and try to control what we do here. You see, we don't do that. Only fanboys do that. Only fanboys do that. Only fanboys get in their feelings over another man's opinion about a fighter that none of you guys know. That's the interesting thing about that part. A lot of these dudes here in this space don't even know Inoue. Don't even know him. Don't even understand his language. Never even probably shook the guy's hand before. But yet, they will literally jump in front of Inoue to protect him from criticism. That is crazy. It's nasty work. If you are a boxing fan, then no fighter should be above criticism. If you are a boxing fan, you should want to see the best fighting the best. Not this whole bullshit that Inoue has been doing for over 5 years. Fighting a bunch of guys that we know that he's going to beat. Where's the challenge in that? There is no challenge in that. There is no challenge in seeing Inoue continue on with his bum-bashing tour. Because that's what he's been on. We know where the competition is at for Inoue. Y'all know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. It ain't at 122 and it ain't at 118. Inoue is 32 years old. And he hadn't beat that many elite fighters. I don't even consider a 37-year-old Nonito Donaire an elite fighter. I don't think Inoue has ever beaten an elite fighter. I mean, if you want to consider Nonito Donaire as an elite fighter at 37 years old, you can do that. If you want to consider Stephen Fulton an elite fighter, you can do that. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but the fact of the matter is, Inoue has never ever beaten an elite level fighter. I'm talking about a fighter that the public views as being elite. Oh, John Marks and Stephen Fulton. There's a difference between a celebrated fighter and an elite fighter. Stephen Fulton was never elite. He was just celebrated. He wasn't ranked on any pound for pound list. Yes, Stephen Fulton was ranked on boxing fans' pound for pound list. But the list that counts, Stephen Fulton was never ranked. He was a good fighter when Inoue beat him, but he was never elite. So Inoue has never beaten an elite fighter. Think about that for a second. And this is the guy, okay? This is the guy that's ranked number one on a lot of these nutcases pound for pound list. You see, I have Alexander Usyk at number one. He proved himself against other elite fighters. And it's disgusting. I mean, really, it's disgusting for anyone to try to place Inoue above Alexander Usyk. And if you were to do something like that, so you're basically saying that there's a fighter that Inoue beat is way better than Tyson Fury. And we know that's not true. But the reality is that Inoue should be held to the same standard that the FBA fighters are always being held to. He needs to beat elite and other pound for pound fighters. Because right now he's been on a bum bashing tour. And I know most of you guys getting your feelings about the truth. No one told you to get emotionally tied to these fighters. Be a boxing fan first before you be a man fan. And it's very alarming that you have old men that get emotionally attached to these fighters to the point where they're coming online hunting down other content creators who don't share the same feelings about another fighter. It's nasty work, people. It really is.